Hey, baddies and bunnies, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing a pop-up pick a card. This one's going to be all about what do people assume about you. We're going to get into the good and bad of it. So, how a pop-up reading works for me is I'm going to use the cards from this deck I'm using today is going to be the Oracle of Shadow and Light. I have the book out here. Um, and I'm going to just shuffle this up, and whatever cards come out are the cards I'm going to use for the pick. All right, so I'll pull as I'm guided, or they'll flip out. We'll just see how it goes. So if this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's really good to have you. I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I appreciate you guys being here as well. So I want to give a big shout out and thank you to everyone who has been donating to the channel, giving super thanks, and donating from my gift wish list on Amazon. I'm going to be doing an unboxing soon, so I deeply appreciate you guys. So let's get into it. And let's see what cards come out. I'm thinking 3 or 4. We'll see how it feels. I'm just going to knock this deck around. I have pre-shuffled it, but I always shuffle it a little bit more. All right. I need 4 cards, 3 or 4 for my groups today. What do people assume about my subscribers, my viewers on YouTube? I'm feeling this one and these bottom 3 and this top one. Okay, we didn't let them flip-flop out. We just pulled them. Okay, so I'm going to pull from the bottom for the first one. We have Sea Beacon, Fairy, Guidance, but where will it lead you? Ooh, okay, that's group 1. Okay, beautiful energy. Again, from the bottom is going to be group 2. Lady with the Bosh egg, I'm pretty sure. Ancient wisdom. Ooh, beautiful energy. Okay, now the third one's going to be the top. We have pink Lotus fairy, a time for spirit. Ooh, beautiful card. Love that pink energy there. Love that pink energy. Okay, and the fourth one is violet Duchess. Stifled, sorry. Your Auntie Amy and her medication, stifled, bored, and stuck. All right, and that's going to be my group 4. So those are going to be your groups. What I will do is I will insert a little photo for those of you who need a bit more time to see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there probably is more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies and bunnies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 1, all of you that selected Sea Beacon Fairy, Guidance, but where will it lead you? This is going to be your reading all about what do people assume about you. Well, this beautiful fairy here, often this fairy comes up in a reading when someone is confused about something or there's a decision to be made, and you have to be careful because you might make the wrong decision. So my feeling is that just straight off the bat here, people often think you don't know where you're going, or you're confused, or you're misguided in some kind of way. Now we're going to get more information about this vibe here and find out more about what do people assume about you. But it feels like the first impression is like you don't know what you're doing, or you couldn't be that smart, or you couldn't be that educated, or you couldn't know that much. There's something about your personality that, or possibly your appearance or the way you present yourself, that makes people think I'm getting like candy coating. What they don't realize is there's a depth here that they don't pick up pick up at first. Sorry, your auntie has been highly medicated. Okay, so let's get some more energy about my group one. Tell me more about my group one. What do people assume about my group one? We have unicorn. There we go. There's that like sparkle energy. There's that like I'm candy coating. You may have a super positive outlook. You might be super happy or just put on a smiley face in bad situations. Um, for some of you, I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting, okay? Just take what resonates, okay? For some of you, people assume like you're ditzy or you're too pretty or handsome to be smart. I got to tell you, it's very nasty. It's you being judged for being like too attractive. For some of you, it's not necessarily that you're so pretty, but there's something like quaint about you, or there's something about the way you put yourself together that just makes them think that you couldn't possibly have the knowledge or the ability or the skill or the gifts that you have, okay? What people don't realize is the unicorn isn't all this luscious rainbow hair and this beautiful horn, but let us all stand in amazement of it. But there's depth here with this unicorn. This unicorn has a big heart. This unicorn fairy is a beacon. This fairy is a beacon of light. They're a beacon of hope. And perhaps that's where people think you get misguided, because you see hope in dark places where other people can't see hope. I'm getting pulled to the toxic X-Files. So let's get some more energy here. We're going to see the good and bad of what people assume, because that's what we do here over on this channel. All right. Okay, give me a few cards here. I feel like I have to take a deep breath. Okay, let's just get into it. This card wants to come out. We have dumb as shit. Oh, fuck. Tries to calculate calculus, but thinks 2 + 2 = 5. Okay, well, that kind of, just gives you, that's what I was saying. Like, people, they think you're dumb as shit, okay? They assume you're dumb as shit, okay? They assume you can't do the things you do. Listen, honey. Listen to your Auntie Amy. Let people underestimate you. They do this at their own peril. They really do. People have underestimated, I can't even talk, y'all. People have underestimated your Auntie Amy her whole life. That's me. And they're often surprised. I wasn't supposed to get out of bed after being in bed for 6 years. I was told I would never probably get out of a wheelchair. I would always need some kind of assistance getting around. Yeah, so fuck the haters that think you're dumb as shit. Okay, fuck those people. All right? Just listen to me. They don't know what they're talking about. We have Kramer versus Kramer. Refuses to co-parent after a dissolution of a relationship and makes things difficult for the children involved. Okay, so what I'm getting with that is I'm not specifically honing in on the Kramer versus Kramer. What I'm honing in on this oracle card for this reading is that people assume you're fucking difficult. And perhaps, you may like things to be a certain way. Maybe you have preferences. And listen, don't hate on a bitch. Don't hate on a bitch that has a preference. We are allowed to have preferences, so fuck off, okay? We have motion but no ocean. Tries to rock the boat but needs SOS to get someone off. Oh. Okay, so this is what I'm getting from this. Okay, I'm getting that people assume that you're like cold. Like you're cold in the attraction area. Like, it's not that you're not attractive. It's that I don't want to use the term. I really, really don't. But I'm gonna, okay? Cold fish. Okay? Cold fish. And I'm not using that as a gender thing. I'm using that in a general sense. Like cold icicle. Just not warm. Too dumb to be hot. that kind of thing. Like they may be hot, but if they don't have brains, then are they effable? I know that this is just what I'm getting. Okay, um, that isn't for all of you. All right, just take what resonates. I know it's crazy. I know. I'm just saying what people assume, the good and the bad of it. Now I'm thinking get some good. Okay, let's get some good. Cause sorry if I shook you. Let's get some good. Tell me some good. This unicorn is attractive. I mean, you're hot. Okay. I think we established that you're attractive. It may be the way you put yourself together. It may be your hair. It may be your sparkling personality. It may be that you're just a hot bitch. Okay. But you're hot. You're affable. But there are those who say, yeah, but they're probably dumb. Right? People underestimate your intelligence all the time. How do you fucking deal with that? I understand, like, listen. Now, I'm like 52. Okay. So I was around in the 80s and the 90s, 2000s and on. Okay. And I understand that some of us I was around, we had to play stupid, and we are continuing in many areas to have to play stupid. Okay. And that might be what part of this is. Sometimes you have, I know, listen, I get this. I understand this. Some of you guys have had to hide some of your intelligence because it's threatening to a bitch. Some of you guys are threatening. So they degrade your intelligence. They know you're smart. Aha. They know you're smart. And they degrade your intelligence. So that's a deeper reading there. We have the threshold. Shall you dare? We have flight. Let's rise into the sky. We have heartbreak palace. Arrows in the heart. You're a heartbreaker. Oh, that's why they're like this. It makes perfect sense. You're a heartbreaker. So they degrade your intelligence. They say, well, you can't be smart. You can't be hot and smart. You can't be a heartbreaker and intelligent. Oh, yes, you can. Happens every day. I feel like you have powerful energy. I think you intimidate people because you have the looks, whether it's like, you're just naturally beautiful and handsome, or you work on it, or you just know how to dress and present yourself, or you're all three, okay? I just think there's a presence here. And I feel like some of you guys, the way you present yourself, you feel like candy to people. And it may be your sparkly, I'm hearing goody two. Listen, this isn't me telling you this. This isn't coming from me. Okay, goody two shoes kind of attitude where you are always optimistic. Some of you guys speak up in meetings and you're really super positive, and it irritates people, but they still kind of want to hook up. I'm hearing some people say, I'd still do that. I would still. Okay, so people assume. Here's the thing. See, I'm narrowing down on energy. So you take what resonates, okay? The people, I'm feeling like there's a group of people who you are out of their league. Okay, let's double down on this shit. You are out of their league. So they can't say you're stupid. They can't say you're dumb. All right. So they say you're a cold fish. They say, oh, they'll probably just lay there. This intelligent, hot human probably doesn't know anything about love. Really? If that helps you sleep at night, honey, that whatever. And I feel like we have the moon here. You may be a Cancer. I also feel Empress energy here. I'm feeling air sign strong. I feel Scorpio, air sign Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Scorpio with this red and this heart space. I feel like you intimidate the fuck out of someone. Maybe a few people. Some of you guys, your candy coating is it looks like shiny red apple. It's like a shiny red apple. And people are afraid to bite into it because they think it might be poisonous. But fun, but fun. You might be a candy that might be poison, someone thinks. Some people think. The threshold, shall you dare? It's like, shall people dare to know you beyond your assumptions, their assumptions of you? I think a lot of you, especially those of you who are super intelligent, you probably have learned throughout your life that for whatever reason, your intelligence was threatening to people with your appearance, okay, or your presence. So I don't think you showed the truth of yourself to everyone. So the shall you dare, it feels like it's really about, shall you dare come closer to me and get to know me? Shall I dare to let you in? Because I'm a beacon of light. But damn, like, I have to be careful because I got a lot of haters. I got a lot of people who judge me on my candy coating outside. But I'm nougat on the inside. We have the 6 of Wands here. This is the victory card. Okay. I think you threaten people because you have this really beautiful energy. We have the 7 of Cups here. I think, like at work, when you're like at school, in situations where you are able to show your talent, your intelligence, your emotional intelligence, whatever this is, I feel like with these 3 cards right here, I feel like you soar. Like you really shine. And when people get to see that, they make a lot of powerful assumptions about you. And that's where the intimidation factor really kicks in. Because they're like, oh shit, this person is hot, attractive. They have this personality. They have the unicorn energy. And damn, they really are all this shit. And they're a heartbreaker on top of it. There's a lot of assumptions. Some of you guys have like siren energy, heartbreaker energy. We have death here. Ooh, Pluto. Yeah, that's why I'm getting that siren energy again. I'm getting very transformative energy. I think when people get close, a lot of the assumptions get even more intense about you as they move closer to your circle. They don't really get to know like this energy until they get really closer, a lot closer to you, like your inner circle. The people around you know that like your intelligence, your gifts, even your appearance often will go through like you go through growth cycles. And it really does, because I'm getting this from these 3 cards here. And you really do go through a cycle of self-examination with this 7 of Cups here. And it's almost like your higher self comes in, or spirit guides, whoever you work with comes in. It's like they pick, you pick something comes up, okay? And it can be overwhelming. It is a true like healing experience. There's a deep transformation. And this helps you in really all areas. It brings you a lot of clarity, and you kind of go through kind of a leveling up situation. You'll start going deeper into your gifts, be them at work or personal. You'll go towards a new interest. You'll go towards new groups of friends. You'll change things up. People close to you know that you are a radical change agent, okay? And the people who sense this outer candy shell, who make all these judgments, understand that. I think you know this. I think these people who make these assumptions about you, they're actually being kept away. It's actually people who you don't need to know. and don't need to be in your life, because you go through these radical transformations and you always come out in the, whether short term, long term, depending on these cycles, victorious. There's victorious energy here. You're working on bigger things. Um, and so these assumptions that people make about you, although at times I understand that they can be incredibly hurtful, I also feel like they are protecting you. It's almost like you have a circle of protection, a shield of protection. Maybe you've casted magic, or this is prayer, or just the presence of your ancestors kind of keeping these people away from you. But it feels very effective. And the people who come closer to you, maybe not your inner circle, but your outer circle, those are the ones that you kind of get to see, use your discernment with, and kind of sharpen your tools on who you let into your inner circle. And so far, I don't think many people do. And so you deal with a lot of the assumptions about yourself. Sorry, my tongue's heavy because of my medicine. You deal with a lot of the assumptions about yourself. And I feel like you may be psychic. There's a lot of water here, and there's a lot of light. I feel like your crown is really open. I feel like your pineal gland is very active. Your third eye feels like it feels like holographic rainbow light. So I feel like on some level you know this. I feel like your talent and your intelligence, your emotional intelligence is very intimidating. I think your spiritual self is very intimidating. But I think a lot of this intimidation energy, even the way you look, can be intimidating. Even though I feel like you're very positive, some of you guys are very, very positive. I think this level of intimidation is meant to be protective. And it's something that you might be aware of, you might not. But if you're aware of it, you may not realize how deep it goes, okay? But it's definitely meant to help you at this time. Now, I do think the assumptions about you are going to change, group one. I do think the assumptions are going to get softer. I think they're going to soften up, because I feel like your assumptions can be pretty harsh. And I think when you hear people's assumptions about you, at times they're very hurtful. But I really need you to remember, if you resonate with this group, that those people who are triggered by you are usually the ones who don't need to be in your energy right now. Okay? It doesn't mean at a later time that it can't work out. It just means right now, those people aren't meant to be on your journey with you. And I know sometimes that's hard because we want those people in our life, but we have to remember our own journey and how far we've come, and how so many things have worked out, how they've all kind of fell in line to get us to where we are today, right? And sometimes people's assumptions are good things, even though they feel bad, because it's actually a protective measure. All right? Okay, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful and an enjoyable reading. If it was, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected the lady with the Bosh egg, ancient wisdom. This is going to be your reading all about what do people assume about you. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Now, this card is about esoteric knowledge, hidden knowledge, occult knowledge. You could be a witch, you could be magical, you could just be, I don't mean just, but you could be extremely intelligent. I also feel like you may have a darker aesthetic. You could have like a gothic aesthetic, or just like to wear darker clothes. You may have darker hair. I feel like the assumptions about you have to do with like this darker vibe. I also get this vibe that you can be trusted with secrets. Like people tell you secrets, people tell you things. So you also could be a counselor. You could just be someone who has a lot of secrets about people. Like your friends tell you stuff. They they seem to just always tell you stuff, or stuff. You could be psychic or be an empath or just always have a good gut feeling about things. There's a lot of intelligence here, and I feel like her eyes just kind of see through you. I also get Mona Lisa vibes for some reason from that card. So that's what I'm getting from the card. Let's go ahead and pull some more energy. I'm going to pull from the classic horror oracle deck. We'll get more energy on what do people assume about my group 2. What do people assume about my group 2? I think they assume you're a witch. I'm also getting like Satanist, really strong for some of you guys. I think they assume that you have a darker aesthetic. Now, if that doesn't resonate, I feel like they assume that you are highly intelligent. I'm getting like a librarian or like someone who loves books. Some of you guys may wear glasses. Some of you guys may be interested or may do computers or do a lot on computers. There is a assumption of intelligence. 3 cards came out. We have flight here. That's the witch. Trickster. That's it. And then we have lies. They come back. Okay. Some of you guys have a conspiracy vibe. You may be into conspiracy theories. You may give off that vibe like you're into hidden things, occultic things, again, witchy. You might be a hippie witch, if you know what I'm saying. Have that kind of vibe. I'll tell you with the trickster here, they don't trust you. People do not trust you. Even though like your friends and people who know you invest and tell you secrets and you have hidden knowledge, when other people first meet you, they don't immediately trust you. It's like they have to get to know you to trust you. And it has to do with some kind of vibe, the way you look. They just don't immediately trust you right off the bat. And for many of you, it's based on the way you look. Okay, so there's something about how when they get to know you, not only do they find you trustworthy, they find you super trustworthy. Like you get trusted with deep things. And also for some of you, it will make you very powerful in business, that people can trust you. And for some of you, if like you're looking to grow deeper in business, what I'm getting from your guides is that, if you want to do it fast and you don't care about your aesthetic, change your aesthetic. Okay? Because it's part of what's keeping them at bay, okay? Now, for some of you, your aesthetic is life, and I get that, okay? So keep it and ride out the ride. Do what you feel called to do, all right? Just if that's you, it's you, and do you, and be happy with it, okay? All right, I'm going to pull some more cards here. The guides just tell it how it is. Okay, what else do people assume about my group, too? What else? They assume that you won't like them. We have synergy, chimera. Look at that chimera. Chimera. See the lion here? They assume you will not like them. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that card. They will assume you will not like them, or you're going to be a bitch, or you're going to be hard to deal with. You may be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, definitely with that card, okay? But understand, I have a lot of Leo energy. Sometimes Leos can be worse. Their bark is worse than their bite. However, in the Lion Kingdom, it is the lionesses who hunt. They're the ones that go out and get food. The lions fight each other. And who do you think fights a lion when they get out of line? Just saying. Okay, just want to point that out. I think for this group it's important for some reason. Let's get some more cards here. We have 2. We have the Minotaur, Compassion, and Darkness. Yeah, there's something about you when people meet you that they don't feel like you have a lot of compassion. I think it's a radical misjudgment of you. And this is the problem with judging books by their cover. Okay. Um, they don't realize like how giving you are. I feel like some of you guys are really um, animal lovers. Like you may have a cat or a dog, or you may have a lot of animals. Some of you guys may live on a farm, or you have birds, or you just have a lot of pets, or you do charity work. But there is a group of you that are massive animal lovers, nature lovers. Some of you guys are herbalists and things like that. And I just feel like the outer shell here, and I felt this in group one, I'm feeling it with you, but it is different. It is radically different, okay? Um, I feel like for most of you, your aesthetic is connected to like your soul expression. And it also has kept a lot of the the negative stuff away. You prefer it that way. It also draws to you people who are like you, more so than not, right? Um, and I feel like for many of you, that group is, many people in that group are radically misjudged. That's what I'm getting for this part of the collective. Radically misjudged. Because I think you guys are very compassionate, but I also think that you are very comfortable with your darkness. I feel like you guys are full of darkness and light. Okay. Um, I feel like many of you guys can see beyond the illusion of your life, the world. Um, I feel like some of you guys may be Gnostics or interested in Gnosticism. That's something I've been picking up more and more in my readings, people in my collective here that are Gnostics. Um, and I feel like you understand the idea, the concept of unity consciousness and the dissension of awareness and things like that. I feel like you're very intelligent. And I think you have a vibe that is one of the hidden knowledge, like occultic knowledge. Um, I'm getting like a blue in your aura or like a bluish purple in your aura. And I'm like your mental space is very powerful. And I'm seeing like a diagram. So I'm picking up on like different layers within this particular collective. And I feel like you guys are so radically misjudged. And you probably laugh this off. You probably just are like, it is what it is. Because I feel like most of you guys don't have time. You just don't have time for the bullshit of humanity, right? I get that. I understand that. I'm not going to take any reversals in this deck. This is the Cthulhu Tarot. I haven't used the entire deck in years, but I had some of my spirits work on this deck, and now I'm going to use the whole thing. All right, so I didn't use like the Ten of Wands and those kind of cards because I didn't feel like I didn't get a lot from it. But that has been corrected. I get a lot from them, so now we're going to use them. So, Spirit, give me some tarot. Ooh, we have the Fool here. What do people assume? I feel like people, with all this like intense energy, I feel like people know that you are bold and brave. Like you are unafraid to like make the first move or be bold on your journey or be aggressive when needed to be. We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like in your job or in your creativity, I feel like you're unafraid to like speak up when you need to. When your voice needs to be heard, it is heard. Um, and I feel like you're also unafraid to say what needs to be said. It's what I'm picking up on. I feel like People know that there will be times that you may come across a bit, I don't want to use the word crass, but your language may be a little aggressive or a lot aggressive depending upon the connection. And I feel like people make assumptions about you because of this. Give me another card. I'm going to take the top card. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the Six of Pentacles. I feel like when you do this, people can, it's like they assume that you've had a rough time or a rough life. Like things have been hard for you. There's a level, some of you guys have like there's an assumption here of you being really defensive. Um, like you're probably really defensive or you actually are defensive. And people assume that you've had like a rough, I'm picking up on like a rough life, like a rough childhood, or you don't communicate well. Um, and I feel like some of you guys have healed this. You've worked on healing it. And you're able to do like a give and take a lot better in your communication. And it just depends on where you are on this journey, because I feel like it's a healing journey. And for some of you that are still struggling with this, just know that this journey is going to continue for you and this is going to get easier and better. How you communicate with people will become more clear and it will become less volatile, less triggering for yourself. I feel like for some of you, you get triggered in conversations with certain people, and it's very hard to do the give and take. It's very hard um, to do a real conversation with certain people. So there's a lot of assumptions here. This could be family, it could be at work, it could be a friend group. It feels like within a group. Okay, there's assumptions made about these deeper areas within your journey. Okay, I do think though that even when your communication may be skewed or off, I do think you're a communicator. I think when you shut down communication, I think people take notice. Okay. I just want to put that out there. So, what other assumptions? Tell me more about these assumptions. I do believe people people know that you're bold and you're brave. They think you're bold and you're brave. They assume that. That's part of this like fierce energy that you have. Um, you're a bold and brave person. We have the Queen of Wands and the Three of Cups. Okay. Now, here's an assumption. Here's a fun assumption. Okay. I'm feeling like people assume that you're also kind of fun to party with, like as a friend. This is out of the heated, like you may have this intensity and it's intense, but you're a lot of fun to be around when things aren't intense, okay? And you may have a past as a partier. You may have a past that, part of what you're healing, part of what you're learning to do has to do with like a party past. But I feel like some people assume you're still doing this, you're still partying, okay? This is also, so use your discernment here. For some of you guys, this is, an assumption that, you're probably a lot of fun to be around. People enjoy your company. There's this Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands energy is the sexiest card in the deck, although this is a Cthulhu tarot. So it is the most eye-catching and it has a feminine kind of vibe to it. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's something about you that's very eye-catching. I feel like you're probably very attractive to whatever you're attracted to, if that makes sense. You put out attraction vibes very well, even though it's almost like with this card here, it's almost like I don't care though. Like I don't care that you're attracted to me. It's like you have all this like Three of Cups energy, like people want to be around you. People want to take you out. People want to spend time around you. And you're just like, perhaps you're an introvert. Okay. But people who don't know you, a lot of people look at you and they want to spend time with you. Like, this is socializing. This is a less intense kind of energy. Okay. Um, I think people really like I see this lady, okay, and she's in a very elegant like place. Also, I see a bar. I'm seeing like two different things, and I'm seeing her kind of laughing and kind of coming alive and people enjoying her. So, people find you very interesting. I feel like you have a lot of interesting conversations with people. I feel like a lot of you come alive in social situations. It doesn't mean you're not an introvert. I think it just means that even introverts like to socialize sometimes, but they always need to kind of withdraw, right? And that's you. I feel this energy of like, I need to withdraw to my books, to my skills, my abilities, to my studies, to my secret knowledge, whatever it is. And I want to tell you that withdrawing energy makes you even more enticing with this dark energy, okay? People are enticed. There's a seductive quality to group two, and people pick up on this intelligence, this fiery laughter, and air energy, and what they don't expect is to find behind the assumptions is someone who is very heartful, um, very charismatic, and very passionate. About different things. I think you're a very interesting person. You have a lot of interesting ideas and interesting things about yourself. And I feel like some of you guys, INFP energy here, I feel like, and you may not be one, it's just the energy I'm picking up on. Like you may be reluctant to share things about yourself because you think that people won't understand or they're just really personal. But some of those things are the most fascinating things about you, okay? Um, and I feel like people, it's almost like when people hear things that you're passionate about, it's part of how they're seduced into your energy. It's part of how they like, oh, wow. It's not just what you're talking about, it's how you talk about things. Some of you guys with this Page of Swords, you have a way with words. Um, and many times I'm getting with several cards here, like I'm picking up on you. Some of you guys are able to heal with your words. So you have intense ways of speaking that are being healed, and but you also have this lovely way of speaking. Some of you guys may actually be writers and poets. You know, you may have had some issues with speaking with certain people in your past, probably from childhood or whatever. So that's an issue. There may be throat chakra issues here, but when you're doing your art, when you're in flow, whatever the flow is, whatever you're creating, it's very healing. And I feel like some of you guys really know how to talk to people sometimes, and especially in love. I feel like in love, you have like a magical way about you. Some of you guys write beautiful things in love or in positive situations. Your positive poetry or writings is very powerful. Some of you guys, you may be working on stories about your life. Those flows are very powerful, and continue to do that because it's going to lead to something. Because the Queen of Wands is seen. There's something about the Queen of Wands. She's always seen. She's on fire. You can't help but see her when she enters a room. And her is just energy. It's not gender. Okay. So you're definitely seen. Okay. Um, and you have a powerful presence, and people make a lot of assumptions. And usually when people first see someone, a lot of them, those assumptions tend to be negative. Okay. Because people are always competing, it seems. Most people, not all people, but most people are, especially when they see someone who is, um, intelligent, who you can tell they're intelligent, or someone who has presence, or someone who is very attractive. There's always this need to kind of like take them down a notch so they feel better, instead of us being free as human beings to kind of love on each other and be like, oh man, they look amazing. Rare is that person who really means that in the world. And, you know, I think we need to be each other's cheerleaders, right? Because it's important. And I feel like you're really powerful, and extremely talented. And of course, people are going to make assumptions about you, but don't ever let those assumptions keep you from pursuing your goals or what you feel called to do. All right. Because I feel like a lot of you have the ability to make a big impression on people in your life around you, and some of you guys on the larger collective as well. You know, everything ripples. Some things ripple bigger than others, but everything ripples. All right. Okay, group two, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful and I hope it was an enjoyable reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies and bunnies next time. Oh, on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group three, all of you that selected Pink Lotus Fairy, A Time for Spirit. This is going to be your reading all about what do people assume about you. So keep in mind, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so this card is about spirituality. It's about traveling. It's about a powerful teacher. It's about being uncomfortable with being at peace. So, a calm energy, a tranquil energy. It's about meditation. It's about like the oodie oo of spirituality. Okay. My tongue's heavy, you guys, because of my medicine. So, sorry about that. Anyway, you can see on this fairy, we have a third eye that's got a little gemstone on it. And, she's pink, which is the color of unconditional love, of healing. This card is also about self-love. And although she has this air energy, it's heavily earthbound. Okay, this is a very earthy energy. It is extremely healing. Your vibe is very cool. You have a cool vibe. You might be bohemian. That won't be for all of you, but it's definitely interesting. I do think you make some people radically uncomfortable with your vibe because and the book talks about this. The book talks about that some people are uncomfortable with this vibe because it's a tranquility. It is the philosophy with this vibe. It challenges. Okay, so I feel like even though there's a lot of tranquility, I mean, people assume that you're tranquil and peaceful. There is an undercurrent here of being a challenge. Okay, so let's get some more energy, shall we? And find out more about what do people assume about you. So I'm being guided to a couple of different decks. They're quite different. Are you a Gemini? Are you my little Geminis? Hi, how are you? Okay, I'm going to pull from this deck first. Tell me more about my group 3, my magical group 3. Tell me more about what people assume. You may have Fae energy, you know, be drawn to Fae, kind of Fae energy, or forest. You might like the forest. I'm just getting a lot of like forest, Fae, dreamy vibe. You know, just like I want to go spend the afternoon with y'all and just vibe out. Like I'm seeing like fairy houses and like just a wonderful escape. We have signs. Messages are to be seen and heard. Ooh. I think people assume you're very connected to the spirit world. Some of you guys might be psychic, but you definitely like give off a vibe of being connected either to nature, Mother Nature, or spirit, or you have a profound faith that guide you, but there's just this energy of you being knowing or deeply connected. And this is spiritual knowing. It's different from my first two groups. My first two groups were like, there was a lot of intelligence and emotional intelligence talked about. This is deep spiritual intelligence. This is someone who's deeply spiritually intelligent. And also, I feel for you guys, like looks can be deceiving here. Because there's that undercurrent of challenge. We have memories. I remember. Okay. I feel like, listen, I feel like when people meet you, a lot of times they feel like they've known you before. Like there's this familiarity with you. I reset the camera. It was not set right. Okay. Anyway, I feel like people have that sense of familiarity. You know, like when you meet someone, it's almost like deja vu, but more. I think when you meet people, sometimes you like feel that too. And it's because you're empathic or psychic, you get this feeling of like a past life or something like that. Like, what is the connection kind of thing? All right, let's get some more cards. I'm going to get this one. I'm going to get 4. This one wants to come out though. Okay. We have solitude, alone with myself. We have rest. Come and hear my lullaby. Oh. I feel like you give off this vibe of being one of a kind and very unique. I also feel like people know that you're not afraid to be alone. I think many people assume that they assume that you have a lot of friends or family, a lot of you, but you actually don't have many people. They assume you have a lot of connections because of your vibe. But the truth is, to get this vibe, you have to do a lot of shadow work. And that's that challenge that I'm feeling. That is the strength of your shadow that you have accepted. You don't get to shine this bright and have this much self-love, unconditional love in your aura, because I feel a lot of pink in your aura, without doing some deep-ass shadow work, right? So, and I feel like this milk chocolate center, okay, of your shadow work is actually some of the sweetest parts of you. People think the outside is sweet and intelligent and highly spiritually connected. They have no fucking idea how deeply connected you are. Okay, we have murdered mantra. Earth school lessons suck. They do, don't they? They do. We have manifest the arse out of it, dream big. Yeah, you're doing big things in the world. You're a mover, you're a shaker, you're a cloud maker. You're lifting very high beacons of light out there. You're a teacher. Some of you guys are connected to like spiritual I want to say mastership, but I feel like some of you guys are bringing through that energy, like spiritual master energy as well. We have shitty shield here. Time for stronger protections. I feel like the reason why you don't have a lot of people around you is because you've had to protect yourself. You've had to learn how to protect yourself. In order to be able to give this much love and care to people, and stay sane and stay whole and stay happy and stay healthy, you've had to put up some really proper boundaries, shielding. Because you know, as a human being in the world, no matter how connected you are, we're in the vessel, and the vessel has needs, okay? This vessel, this avatar has requirements. and you've learned what your requirements are. So you've put up proper boundaries, and that way you can give deeply. And so some people, you know, they think that you have a lot of friends and you probably have a lot of family and things, but you actually don't. And you're actually more alone than not. And I got to tell you the truth here that I'm getting from your guides about this, because some of you guys are like, you know, I'm tired of being alone. And the truth is that you are so fucking connected, and that connection is going to grow. Okay. Some of you guys, you know who you are. This part of the reading is for you. Okay. You are so fucking connected. You're getting to a place where you're like going to be constantly connected with spirit. You need to understand that your presence is special. Being around you, being in your life every day is a gift. Okay? So not everyone is going to be able to be close to you because of your connection with divinity. Because you got bigger stuff going on here, group 3. And it's deep. It's real deep. It's super deep. And it's intense. And so the people that come into your life who are meant for you and meant to be close to you, you're going to know. You're going to know. And it won't be a fight. And you will go through cycles where people will move close to you and it will be a time of discernment. Okay? So solitude, in many ways, feeling alone or lonely, is part of this journey for those who are deep seers, those who are deep connectors, those who are deep dreamers. Okay, so assumptions are going to be made about you, but even the assumptions are leading to this place where people see you as someone who is highly gifted, someone who is highly favored. Some of you guys are psychic, like you have a lot of psychic ability. Some of you guys are gifted in magic. Some of you guys are gifted in art, whatever this is, in business, whatever. Like your spiritual gifts are being channeled through I'm seeing different cables of light. It's beautiful energy. It's very intense. That's that milky, sweet center, milk chocolate center. It's full of richness that some people they assume is not there. They see the light, they see the love, they see the yoga and the meditation or whatever. They see the herbalism and the plants, yay. But that milk chocolate center, they don't see that there. Okay, let's get some tarot. Tell me more about my group 3. I see happy. I see a happy face. I see someone sitting at a desk. And I'm seeing what I normally see that represents like office work, just general office, like working in an office. But I see someone like grinning, being happy, joyfully like meeting people, greeting people. I think people find you to be happy. They assume you're happy. They don't understand what you've been through. And I'm pulling on memory, solitude, and rest. Like I don't think they realize Earth School lessons suck. And I think you have that patch. Like if we had a uniform for fucking Earth School, you would have a patch that says Earth School sucks. Like I graduated Earth School and all I got was a stupid t-shirt. Like you would get that, okay? Because I think you've been through shit. And you don't wear it as armor. Like we can't see the scars. And people assume you're happy. They assume that you're very happy. And there are many times you're not, because no matter if being alone has been part of your journey or whatever the fuck, it still sucks, right? It still sucks. We have the Page of Wands. Okay, tell me more. You know what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing the sunrise, and I'm thinking of the goddess Aurora, and she has really been on my mind lately. And what I'm feeling here is, as I connect with that energy, I'm seeing someone who is hopeful of a new day, who has made peace with the dark and kissed it goodbye, like kissing the night goodbye, and greeting the new day and saying hello, and is hopeful of what is to come. And it's a beautiful energy. It's like rise and shine, sunshine. Did you guys ever have anyone say that to you when you were little? Rise and shine, sunshine. Sorry, my tongue's heavy. I had a grandmother that used to say that to me, and I got to tell you, it's just really touching that her energy is coming forward. Like I did. It was just amazing when she said that, and I feel that here. I feel that warmth. So I feel like, people feel that from you, and they feel like this is like authentic, like this is authentically your energy. Some of you guys may be nurses or moms. I feel a lot of really good mom energy. I feel a lot of nurturing here. Let's pull another card here. We have the Hanged Man. Like that. I feel like he's screaming. He's screaming, and there's bats, but there's the sun. He's got a halo there. He's got a halo. He's thinking. I feel like the Hanged Man is thinking, with the sun behind him. There's a sun in two of these. I'm going to get this one. We have the King of Cups. And look at that. Behind the king is the sun. It feels like a different color, but it's definitely the sun. What's on the bottom? We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Are you an earth sign? And we have the Seven of Swords on the top. Okay. So I feel like, I got to tell you, there are some people who feel like you're too good to be true. Okay? You're too good to be true. Like all that happiness has got to be some kind of bullshit. All right? But listen, you're going to have that in life. You're going to have people like that in life. And you just got to say, hey, some people are happy being unhappy. They're happy being miserable. That's their thing. And you just got to give it to them. They don't have to be happy. And you don't have to take it personally. Even though it may be coming at you personally, it's not. All right, it's not personal. Yeah. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Here's the thing, though. I think those who find your joyful persona to be fake or insincere, I feel like they are so wrong. Because I feel like it's really sincere. We have the King of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you are truly giving. I feel like you mean what you say, and you say what you mean. I feel like you're very charitable. So I feel like the assumptions people make about you, about the good things, like the positivity, the mentorship, the spiritual connection, the things they assume about you as far as that goes are very true. But they don't get, I think the lots of close friends thing. I think you could have 15 friends, but I don't think they're close. I think they're more like people you work with or people you know or associates. I don't think a lot of people know the real you. I think you're busy taking care of people. And you've probably done this your whole life. And part of your journey is taking care of you. Some of you guys need to stop like siphoning your energy on things that are done. Okay. You are continuing to put energy into things that are over, and it's just time to move on. Okay. Meaning, some of you guys are spending your very positive, good, healing energy onto relationships or situations that are drained of energy. There's nothing you're putting, it's like beating a dead horse. Okay. Sorry, that's just, um, and you have to know when it's time to give up. Okay. And move on because your energy is precious. All right. And, I feel like the positive assumptions about you are true. People just don't know how deep you are. They don't know how powerful you really are. Um, and some people think that all this good is bullshit. So, you can't please them all. What can you say? All right. So, that is what I received for you, Group 3. I hope this was helpful and I hope this was an enjoyable reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, Group 4, all of you that selected the Violet Duchess. Stifled, bored, and stuck, number 18. This is going to be your reading all about what do people assume about you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Now, this card is very much like the Queen of Swords or the Justice card, okay? She's very much about speaking your mind, saying what needs to be said, about getting justice, about seeing clearly, and about releasing the things that are bottled up. Her words may be shocking. She may ruffle feathers, okay? You may be an air sign. You may be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There may be some fire here. You may be a Leo, Sag, Aries, okay? But it feels like there is, with those two energies, those energies together are often explosive, kind of an explosive energy. So I feel like people feel that from you, like the fire from you. They feel the presence. And they feel like there's an assumption that you may be hot-tempered, you may fly off at the mouth, you may have a bratty mouth, you may have a sassy mouth, you may get mouthy, whatever the fuck that means. And you may say what you mean and mean what you say, and you may not take any shit from anyone, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Or you may be one of those people that has things that need to be said. And people can feel that, I don't want to say anxiety, but that power underneath the surface, like there's more here. Okay. Some of you guys have a throat chakra that feels very healed, and some of you guys are healing a throat chakra. Let's get some more energy. Tell me more about my Group 4. Tell me more about my hot-blooded Group 4, y'all. I understand, like, there comes a time in everyone's life where you just have to be true to who you are and say it the way it needs to be said, Self-care, boom. I think people assume that you know how to take care of yourself. I feel like you're really attractive. We have a tinfoil hat. Also this, Leo energy right there. I think people at times feel like you're unhinged, probably because you go off sometimes. Maybe you go off on a tangent or a rant, or perhaps when you get angry, or perhaps you have some outside of the box ideas. Listen, there ain't nothing wrong with that. You may be Aquarius. You may have some Aquarius. The thing about it is, the outside the box thinkers, they change things. They're the ones that change the way things are. So listen, call us an outside the box thinker. We welcome it. All right. I feel like you're a rebel. there's a rebel energy here and people pick up on that. I'm seeing like a dark vampy kind of vibe too. That might not be you, but it's the vibe I'm getting from this card. We have troll. I feel like you can be, at times, you can be bratty. You can be, what's the word I want to say? Ornery. You could be ornery. Ornery, an ornery cuss. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I feel like you're playful about it. Um, I feel like people don't really want to fuck with you. I'm gonna get one more from this deck. People really don't want to fuck with you. We have bitch. People really don't want to fuck with you. I think people assume you're a bitch. And the trolls don't want to fuck with you. Any trolls in your life, they're like, no, no, we'll skip this one. We'll skip this one. I'm going to get this from the horror, the classic horror oracle deck. I'm going to pull from this one. Yeah, people think you're a bitch straight up. And I feel like I'm hearing people say, yeah, that's fine. It keeps the negative Nellies away. It keeps the bad people away, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, let's get some cards for you. I think you're very strong. I think you're very strong. Very, very strong. Okay, we have the cannibals. Dinner. We have Carrie. We have the twins. Okay, so we have the Shining. Okay, we have Carrie, Celebration, celebrate good times, and then we have Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Cannibals. I think, like I said, I think you're very powerful. I feel a lot of like psychic energy. You might be a witch. You might do witchy things with substances that come from organic things. I feel like with this cannibal, because I'm picking up on you will eat a bitch for dinner. Like, do not fuck with me. As long as you don't fuck with me, we're fine. And it's a vibe you have. Like, they don't want to fuck with you because you fuck back. It's a real thing. It's for real. I think you have been treated very badly and you have learned a lot of lessons. And because of that, you take no shit. Period. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a strong person and saying, you know what? I've had enough. Fuck you. Okay. Because I feel like the celebration card, I feel that energy of like Carrie, like just being fucked over and humiliated, in the gym with the blood running down her face and her just letting loose. Like, no, we're not doing this to me. You don't even know me, bitch. You don't even know how fucking powerful I am. Bitch, now you do. Damn, now you're dead. That kind of thing. Like, then we have the Shining here. And it's like possession by the not living, I feel like you're super powerful and I feel like you have the ability to be super connected. What is the word I want? Tuned in. I think your frequency is really powerful. I think it's all connected to your throat chakra. So those of you who are working on healing this, watch out because I feel like I'm going to say something here. Okay, if you are a witch or you're into magic, okay, I feel like your spoken words, your incantations, your what's the word I'm looking for? Your petitions are very fucking powerful. Okay? So, you have the power of like, I'm sorry, I keep touching the mic. You have the power of like magic in your voice. And I feel like this is some kind of ascension that you're working on having with your throat chakra. It's either like you've already done this or you're working on it, but people around you who hear your voice notice it, and they assume you're powerful. They can feel the vibration in your voice. You may have some weird irregularities with your voice that happen sometimes. Sometimes, like literal frequencies may come through your voice. There's something about your voice and communication here for group 4. There's a lot of assumptions made because of the way you communicate, your frequency, also like assumptions made because of like the written things that you write. There's an assumption here of great power, great potential, but also those of you who work in magic, I'm going to tell you the more baneful stuff is extremely powerful. All your magic is powerful, but that baneful work, that baneful protective work, slash, is very powerful. Okay? Like people do not want to mess with you. And it's a vibe, and that vibe is going to grow. So you may be finding that some of the petty, like pest issues that you once had, you don't really have much anymore, because I feel like I'm getting from guides locked and loaded. So, you've done something that has increased your shielding. Okay, let's get some more vibe for you. Tell me more about my group 4. What do people assume about you? I'm hearing okay, I don't know what this means. This is very specific. I'm hearing scary Sherry. You really are a special type of fucktard. Shine your uniqueness. We have boogeyman bullshit. Release your fears. This one wants to come out. We have sinister sisters. Find your soul tribe. This one wants to come out. Come on, bitch. Okay, we have double-pronged, I don't know what that word is, penis. Lighten up. I think there are a lot of people who get very attracted to your vibe. Okay, I just want to tell you. Like this kind of like, you guys, this kind of like, you don't want to fuck with me energy is hot. Like people like this shit. Like, I'm getting a kiss song. I don't get kiss songs very often. It's lick it up. They want to lick it up. What are you doing to people? What are you doing? I got this deck out, and they're telling me that I need to get this deck. Okay, I got it. Okay, I'm going to get some other things because we're picking up. Oh, no. Okay, fine. I'll get it in a minute. Okay. I dropped a deck. Okay. Tell me about this. Tell me about this energy, these assumptions behind this lighten up energy, this penile glow. Tell me about it. What is the assumption here? Tell me. Oh, I have to screen these because they may have boobies on them, or buddies. Buddies, buttocks. Dine in and fuck. Let's do nothing but eat and fuck. Oh, wow. Oh. So there's an assumption that definitely a hookup. Definitely there's hookup vibe here. Tell me more about this. You're the only one I pulled from this deck, okay? So tell me about this. Like, do they assume they could hit it? We have sex in the dark, lights off. Oh. Yeah, there's assumptions that you are, oh, we got tease here. Tease. You aggravate and excite me at the same time. I feel like some of you guys have people at work who assume you're flirting with them, or people think you're flirty. Libra energy here. You're talking like normal, okay, and they assume it's a flirt kind of thing, and it gets them all sprung, gets them all hot. You have that going on. Okay, so there's assumptions about like you really want to date me, and you're like, no, I just was at the copier. So you have that energy. Okay, you have those assumptions. And then you have people who just think you're hot and they like would like to hit it. So you got that going on. And it's very delicioso. Oso. I can't talk. Okay, let's look at this other energy. You really are a special type of fucktard. Shine your uniqueness. Well, we had Scary Sherry. I feel like there your look, your vibe, who you are, your bitchdom, whatever resonates with you, I feel like you're very unique with a tinfoil hat. But I feel like you know how to take care of yourself. So you look good. You look really good. Your uniqueness is hot. It's hot as fuck. Okay? I didn't say that in any other group, I don't think. I didn't use the term hot as fuck. So, but I do think that there are people who are intimidated or scared of you. But you know what I think? I think it's because these are people who have ulterior motives. Like they want to hook up and split or whatever, or use you in some way. It keeps the bad people away. It keeps the people away that, don't have good intentions for you, right? Now, some of you, your boundaries are high and you're looking for your soul tribe. So I would suggest that some of you guys maybe want to revisit your boundaries a little or figure out a way to let some people in. Let's pull a few more cards for you guys. We have Ace of Wands, Eight of Cups. Ooh, dude. So there are people who assume. First of all, we have the sprung card. So you get people sprung. We have two phallic instruments here being sprung. I feel like there's an assumption that they could hit it. Like you would go for it. Like you would do it. Like, what the fuck? Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Maybe not. There's a high priestess, but no. You see through that bullshit. You see through that. You can, no. You're not easy. You're not. And if you are, so fucking what? Strength. You do what you want to fucking do. Right? You're very strong. Leo energy. Very strong. And the thing is that you've tamed your inner primal beast. You're not led by your desire. It inspires you, but it doesn't tell you what to fucking do. Okay? You see the way. You see the truth. You don't allow misguided bullshit to get you off your game. You're extremely strong. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. I pulled that. I shuffled these. I pulled that in the last group. In this group, it feels like this is healing energy. I do think that there's something about with this the soul tribe here, with the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like there are certain people who are able to pick up on this deeper energy of like soul tribe, love, connection, deeper joy, and sameness. These people will not be intimidated by you, and they will be giving. They won't just take. I think people have taken from you a lot, and they will be very grounded people. Those are your people, and you have learned how to see through people's bullshit. So I feel like the bitch is the high priestess. And she sees through bullshit. And people pick up on it. And they also want to fuck her. It's like it's hot. It's It's I want some of that, but man, I'm scared. I want some of that, but I'm scared. And then there's a group of people who are like, "Oh yeah, I feel like I know you. I feel like you feel so familiar to me. You feel like my sister with the twins here. You feel like my sister. You feel like my brother. You feel like family." And they're drawn to you and drawn to your strength. They're not intimidated because they feel similarity. They feel the same. Yeah, I feel like people assume your strength and they're correct. They're right on the dot with that. They're very correct. They assume you're a bitch and yeah, you can be. Absolutely. And I think you own that. I own my own bitchiness. I can be a fucking bitch. Just don't fuck with me. I fuck back. Just like you do. You know, we don't turn the other cheek. And that's okay. It's all right. Right? Someone's got to do it, right? Um, and I feel like you're very strong and you do intimidate people, but people sure are attracted to you. All right, group four, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful and I hope it resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies and bunnies next time. Bye, guys.